Good morning. As I said, this press conference was supposed to happen in 2 minutes, and we would have had a lot like we did last evening. But anyway, after 3 beers, we were able to do the press release, and so this is what we have here today. But I'm delighted to again, this is the 16th annual International Cultural Festival, and we are very pleased to be able to host this yet again. This year it's going to be on the 22nd and 23rd of October. So we're just about 5 weeks away, and we are in the final stages, which is the busiest time for the festival. We're expanding. We've got some great news to share with you. I'd like to introduce you to Raymond Francis, from the Bahamas Out Island Promotion Board, the Executive Director, who's going to be our new title sponsor, so we're very, very excited to be able to announce that. And of course, Eric Carey, who's also on the Advisory Council with the International Cultural Festival, and other Advisory Council members in the room, Peter Gowdy and Sheila Bathel. And our key partner is the Bank of the Bahamas. And recently, I was involved with the Junkadoo Summer Festival, and I cannot tell you how many people came up to me, both consumer and vendor, saying, are you doing the festival dollars? Where are the dollars? The vendors and the police as well, because they said, well, do you not realize how many people we have to protect tonight because the dollars are not here? So it's after 5 years of introducing this, the dollars have gained traction. People appreciate them for what they do, and the Bank of the Bahamas, it's a credit to them that they joined us on that initiative, and it's a permanent fixture with the International Cultural Festival. So, and a credit to the vendors too, that you want to embrace it. And that it works so well and that people enjoy it. And so Mr. Michael Baisden will be talking a little bit about that. Also pleased to be joined this morning by a number of our committee members from the International Cultural Festival. And we have with us, of course, Greece, South Africa is here, Canada is here, Scotland is here, Cuba, and so we encourage you to speak to all of them, and to gain insight as to what they propose for the festival. This year is going to be a float parade. We're going to do it on the holiday weekend. I believe it starts at our key at 2 o'clock on Saturday, and we wind our way through the streets going east to Mackey Street, onto Wolf Road, down onto Ponciana, Nassau Street, back to West Bay Street, back to our key. And it's our publicity shot for the festival. So a lot of the countries are going to be on flatbed trucks with music and culture, and taking it into the neighborhoods to get people to come and this being the largest festival, the most popular consumer festival in the Bahamas. It's grown to close to 30,000 people. We know this because we have armbands that we give to children and to adults. We have different ones for each day, and different ones for children as to adults. So we're able to say how many children came in on a given day, how many adults came in on a given day, so we know our numbers are scientifically correct. Likewise with the money, we're able to gauge the fiscal performance of the festival, thanks to Bank of Bahamas, because with the festival dollars we know what each country gains, or what their yield is from the festival, and so we're able to say year on year what the fiscal performance of the festival is, which is a good thing, because a lot of events are commercially driven, and you don't have an idea of what the take is year on year, and whether you're being successful or not. and which booths are being successful. One of the things that we've been able to do as a result of gauging that fiscal performance is with one of a particular country that comes in and sells just one item and beer, and Greece, if you'll allow me, has been very, very successful in identifying just one item that they sell, which is a gyro, and they outpace everybody else. It's portable, it's easy to eat, and it's yummy. And so we want to encourage, particularly the Bahamas section, to forget about those sides and just decide on something, one or two items that you think that you do very well, and to focus on that rather than this is not a cookout, guys. This is not a cookout. We want people to be able to walk around, eat food. We don't want to put up big tents that are hot to sit underneath, and you have to have a big plate of food to dine. We want you to be able to move around, try the food from all the different countries, sample all the beer, go to the wine store, and have a lot of fun. You can't do that if the portions that you're being sold are huge. And so we are encouraging everybody to think smartly. And you'll do extremely well. I mean, Canada sells a BAP with Canadian bacon, and they sell a lot of those. So it's stuff like that. Cuba, of course, has the rice and beans and all that good stuff, and we really enjoy that. In South Africa, I was reading an email this morning from one of the persons who was cooking on your booth last year, who's given a rousing endorsement of the festival and helped to land the sponsor. So, we're very, very pleased about that. And of course, Scotland comes in with their sausage rolls and deviled eggs and all that good stuff that we grew up on. It's good to see all that familiar food coming back. And so, without further ado, I'd like to invite Raymond Francis to say a few words as the title sponsor, to talk about why he wanted to become a part of this festival, to talk about who he represents, and also to talk about what they propose to do.
The islands of the Bahamas, and I think, listening to what Janet is saying, there's not only the culinary aspect of what the islands of the Bahamas have to offer, but it's also culture. It's amazing when you go to Green Turtle Key and understand the connection between the Loyalists and North Carolina. You go to Harbor Island and you see the amazing architecture and culture that we really don't celebrate. Why we want to be a part of the festival? Nassau has become a melting pot. And I look around and I hear the various countries. We spend a lot of time outside of the Bahamas promoting the Bahamas. And we have an event that's very international right here in Nassau. And so we're talking to our hotels, we're talking to restaurants in the islands. This is a huge opportunity for us to truly talk about the Bahamas. When you think of all of the international residents that are here, how many of them get to go to Andros? How many of them get to go to Nagua? And we're saying to both residents, international and domestic, come and experience our island. But what we will do is create a pavilion so that if you can't hop around the islands, we'll allow you to hop from one table to the other and perhaps get an experience of what rape and scrape and what it means to Cat Island. Some of you may look at me and say, what is he talking about? We're saying get to know an island that's probably 20 minutes away. So we're looking to work with hotels, airline partners, restaurants. We hope to provide some giveaways at the event, but to create the excitement to say...
That could be trip giveaways.
But the idea is, in essence, I will say that the Bahamas is here. We intend to dominate the event because it is Nassau. But we also want to bring a little bit of some of the backyard stuff. And let's go back to the islands. Let's appreciate what it used to be. I'm amazed when I hear, Canadians. Canadians in Eleuthera have played a huge impact in the development of that island. The Germans in Cat Island, in Greenwood, they played a huge impact. And so we're saying, let's look at those linkages. Let's try to understand and bring some of that to the event. And perhaps, who knows, someone from Cuba might decide to go to Andros and realize that there's a relative in Andros. There's been people moving around these islands, and we don't fully, truly understand it. So as we become a melting pot, we certainly welcome the opportunity to be a part of it, and I can almost guarantee to say that this is not going to be a one-off event for us. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Once again, Bank of the Bahamas is pleased to partner with the 2011 International Cultural Festival. One of the things that the bank finds a joy to do is to celebrate the diversity of the Bahamas. Bank of the Bahamas being an international bank with a branch in South Florida, we think this is an ideal opportunity for us to showcase some of the solutions that we always talk about in our commercials. By providing the festival dollars, we think that we're going to help to provide a very safe and fiscally responsible environment for a lot of the consumers and the vendors. We'll also have a marketing booth out there as well in order to have people come by and learn a little bit more about banking and probably have some fun with the kids. So we're very excited to be a partner again, and Janice, thank you for letting us back into the fold, I guess.
Oh, we won't let you go. We won't let you go.
Great Bahamians are happy to be there again. This is such a fun event, and it has such great food and maybe 1 or 2 alcoholic beverages that are enjoyed responsibly. And we will be there with our world-famous gyro or gyro, which is, how those snobs say it, with the tzatziki sauce that will make you stink forever. And hopefully a more efficient team of workers will be partying a little less and cutting a little more so you can get those gyros without riots like we had last year. We know that this is a family event. We know that this is important for the Bahamas. I think this is one of the most beautiful things we do together as a community. And it's not a competition, but if it were, South Africa has been giving us some smack talk. And I will just say that why not? Bring it on. We have a lot of great food out there. We're happy to compete with you. We don't want to make you feel bad, but if you want to feel great, come by and get some gyros. I'm obviously the cook, not the public speaker, but we would be thrilled to show you how to dance while holding gyros in each hand and a beer and taking a ouzo shot.
All right.
And again, thanks to everyone involved. We have a lot of great people being involved and a lot of charities involved this year, and we're just happy to be part of the atmosphere of this event.
Opa!
Opa! Opa! Yeah.
Hello everybody, hola. On behalf of Cuba, the champion, overall champion.
Best in show.
And best in show, of course. Now, before I go on with what we have for you, we can't tell you too much because we know that you guys are watching. But I heard that you guys wanted us to polish the trophy to give it to the Bahamas. I said, well, let me announce that the Cuban embassy is in the Bahamas. And we can polish the trophy to leave right at the reception area. So, but anyway, it's a pleasure to be part of this festival again. It has become very, very big, and we are delighted to have more participants, more persons from our country coming to show you what Cuba is all about. So this year we are defending a very strong and important title for us, which is we are depicting the personality of Compay Segundo, author of El Chan Chan, Grammy Award winner, and we are going to be showing you anything Cuban. So open your minds, anything you could find in Cuba, you'll be able to find in our booths. So this year we have 8 booths. We have grown, and I know they're not going to take us for our favorite spot, right? Anyway, now we will also have painters and artists from San Alejandro Art International School. They're coming to share their paintings. They're coming to do a workshop in collaboration with Bahamian artists and teachers. They're going to have an expo here also, and we will be celebrating from the 10th to the 20th of October, starting with emancipation of Cuba on the 10th and ending with Cuba's Culture Day on the 20th. We're going to be doing a series of events also to kind of related to the festival as well. We will open the expo on the 17th, the paintings, you know, with our art and all that part. On the 17th, the artists are going to be here, so from now, we're asking you to please feel free to visit the Cuban Embassy. We will be sending you an official invitation. And we will have the workshop on the 20th. And they have a lot of to share with you. So again, this year we will have anything Cuba, arts, painting, handmade products, household items, foods, beers, drinks, anything Cuba, cigars. So it's on.
So Africa is back for the third year. First year we ran out of food. The second year we got better because so many people came. And this year is going to be a great event, of course, in direct competition with Greece once again.
Don't flatter
We've got some economical problems which Africa seems to master at the moment. But no, we've got a great range of food, and we'll probably win again for Africa, seeing that we're the only country from Africa represented at the food festival. And once again, we'll have a delicious African beef sausage that we will be serving, and also our very famous African cream liqueur, which is made of the fruits that the elephants eat. Ooh. So be sure to stop over. And we look forward to seeing everybody again this year. Probably you'll hear a lot of vuvuzelas blowing again, so you'll be easily able to find us.
Canada's always competing with the Greeks because they're always right across from us, and I won't tell you which Greek has told me that he prefers back bacon to gyros. But anyway, we will have our great Canadian back bacon again. We are going to have an addition of some maple sugar this year. For those who really have a sweet tooth, we have that coming. Of course, we have our great Canadian beer. And we're going to have a totally new theme for our booth this year. We're also going to have a big media presentation so that people can see running stuff on what Canada is all about. We're going to have Canadian music. And we're trying to find a couple of Canadian celebrities who are actually on this island and see if we can convince them to come out. We're working on that, but you never know whether we're going to be successful or not, but we'll see. But we're taking a shot at it. And so we're trying to make it a little bit different, a little bit more fun, and also very educational, so that, you know, a lot of the, we do get, and I know some of the other booths do, and that's the beauty of this cultural festival, is we get a lot of students who come by and ask a lot of questions about the country, where the food came from, you know, what's special about it, why is it Canadian, or, you know, why is it South African, or, and that's part of the beauty of this festival is all about, is a cultural melting pot, and breaks down barriers, and makes it educational for some of the students, so it's great. Looking forward to it.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm representing Scotland, and again this year we've managed to import our famous beer, flavoured beer. 2 years ago we nearly sold all our beer in the first day, so this year we've brought some more in, so hopefully we'll have enough for the Sunday as well. We get lots of requests for our Scotch eggs, so we're going to be doing our Scotch eggs this year, so South Africa and Greece. Watch out. And yeah, I mean, it's a great festival. It's a family day. We also this year are bringing in a bagpiper, so hopefully you'll be able to see someone, you know, doing the bagpipes. So again, South Africa. You'll hear what Scotland is. So, but this is what makes the festival great, is countries all come together to make a great event, and to make it a fun event and a family event. So,
And to talk smack.
yeah, yeah. So, and everyone enjoys going to all the countries and seeing what they do, so, and that's mainly what it's all about, so, yeah.
We are expanding. We're going to be expanding further into the main garden. And I know that a few of the vendors and countries are a little anxious because the organizers are looking at the site map. And in fact, we're going there after this to begin to walk the grounds and see what we can do. Because it's a beautiful place with lots of gorgeous trees, and sometimes they present a problem in terms of space. So hold tight. We're going to try and maintain the integrity of the site, but there may be some changes because we have to accommodate so many more countries that are coming in. Panama's coming in because with Copa Airlines now we've got flights going down there, and some of the other. We're talking to the engineers from Argentina that are on the road works and telling them they need to come in, and they're very excited about coming in and taking a booth. So the Argentinians are coming in. We're going to have some of that gaucho culture out there. But what we want to say is that. It's a fantastic event. Mexico is there too. We're hoping that they will bring in the mariachi bands. And of course the Philippines are always with us, and their special brand of cultural performers. We've got Peru with all their bear. The Dominican Republic is there. So there are any number of countries. Last year we had 26. We hope to build on that this year, with at least another 3 or 4 countries joining in the fray. And those countries that are there, you heard Cuba, who last year I believe had 6 booths. They're now increasing to another 2. I think in the Caribbean region, we had 11 booths last year, and we're going up to about 18 or 19 booths. So again, we got to find more space for everybody. And of course, with the Bahamas coming in, with the outer islands of the Bahamas, that's going to expand exponentially. So we're very, very excited about that. We've got some charities coming in. The Ranfurly Homes is coming in. They're taking 3 booths, and they're doing Caribbean fusion. So not only are they doing the food, but they'll be doing the cultural display and talking about the people from the Caribbean that came from different parts of the world. So the diaspora, that they'll be showcasing that. So, lots of educational stuff that's going on. The Girl Guides will run the playground again. We've got Rotary running the festival bar that's sponsored by Bacardi. Aquapure is going to be the water sponsor. And Coca-Cola, of course, owns the gates. And so you'll see more of their branding at the gates. In fact, I think they're going to be loaning us some trailers to act as gatehouses, so that the people at the gates are actually in a space where, an enclosed space. Bank of the Bahamas, we've got lots of banks that'll be conveniently located all over the festival grounds, so that you can get your festival dollars as soon as you come in. And so that the vendors can deposit their money throughout the day. One of the great things about it is that people are not leaving the grounds at night with money, oodles of money in their pockets, and vulnerable to burglary or robbery. We're spending a lot of money on infrastructure in terms of security, so we're going to be putting in a lot of floodlights to make the area very safe for people, for wherever they park in and around the area, and we want people to feel very comfortable, very safe. It's a family-oriented event. It's a no-bottle zone, and we want the public to come and enjoy and spend lots and lots of money. We also, our charities that we've designated as our charities are UN-related. And affiliated with Bahamian Youth. And so this year, the 2010 festival, the 15th annual, we were able to donate $4,000 to the Rotary Clubs of the Bahamas for their Model United Nations Sessions MUNS charity. We also were able to donate $3,000 to Zonta Club of Nassau that sends a young lady to the United Nations with the Deputy Prime Minister and his delegation. They go for the General Assembly, which is in September. And then, of course, our hosts for the event, the Botanical Gardens, we were able to donate $10,000 to the National Trust for the upkeep of the grounds. And we hope to be able to do that again. And as we go on, as we are able to increase those amounts if we can afford it, to be able to make sure that the charities that we support can count on that year in and year out. So I'd like to thank you very, very much. And if there's anything you need, there are CDs with the logo and photographs. We have a website. We'd love you to like us on Facebook. We're up on Bahamas Local and also on Tourism Today. Thank you.